What's going on, guys? Long time no talk. This is Snake Eyes, bringing you a 4-part series on some games I played on February 20th, 2011. I played 10 games in a row. I usually don't like to play too many games in a row, but I played 10 games, and out of the 10 games, I won 8. Normally I do a little bit better than that, but one of my friends, Smoking Bowls, decided to join, and he's pretty decent. He's actually very good, and he ended up beating me 2 games out of the 10. And of the 10, or actually of the 8 that I won, I considered 4 of them video worthy, so these are the 4 matches that I'm going to be bringing you. Once again, this is on Estate. I normally hate this map. I think a lot of other people do too. Normally people skip it when they get to this map. If I can't make it to the main house, I usually will pick whatever building is closest and do my best to make a defensive run from there. So I take up position in this house right here. It's got a couple good angles. People going up the road there to the main house. The spawn point right out there next to that vehicle. So as long as you're watching your mini map, you should be able to hear people coming from a mile away, coming into the building. Another thing I've done on this particular map is, instead of using my normal build, I've got everything silenced, which kind of makes people unsure if somebody's in here or not, as no red dot appears on the minimap if you're using silenced weapons. The only way they'd probably be able to see me is if I showed up on their map. I normally use an AA-12 as my normal secondary weapon, but I have to tell you that PP-2000 silenced is nasty. I made a video a while back entitled Little Diablo, where I use the PP-2000 almost exclusively with a red dot sight, I believe, and a silencer. And it just owns. I've taken out 3 people in the matter of less than 2 seconds. So it works pretty well. So I'm going back and forth in this hut over here. I don't know what you actually call it. I will be honest with you, this is not one of my most exciting games, but it does show you how to properly, defend a building correctly. It's a long game, I'll be honest with you. And not a lot of people are coming up here. I guess that's the other side effect of not having a loud weapon, is if it's silenced, they may hear you a little bit, but they're not sure if you're in the building, so they may not waste their time with even coming to the building. So your kills that you may get may be few and far between. So you guys probably are not going to see me too much longer playing on the PC version of Modern Warfare. I recently made the decision to go to the console. I'm tired of people on the PC versions using hacks. I'm tired of new releases that come out, and for whatever reason, the new game doesn't play properly on the PC. It requires several patches to get it right. Everything I've read and everybody I've spoken to who have consoles like the Xbox or PlayStation have all said that usually new releases on either one of those consoles come out and they're pretty good. there are a few bugs here and there, but they get them taken care of extremely quick, which I can't say the same for PC. It's usually lower priority for them to get the PC-related versions corrected. Black Ops is one I can remember that I waited several months for to get it working correctly, and even now, with it being fixed, it still has a lot of problems. So, what am I doing? I'm going to be going to the Xbox Live, and if you guys have ever played a first-person shooter, and you're used to a PC, and you're trying to play it on a console, it's usually pretty funny to see somebody try to play it well, and I'm one of those people that I absolutely suck on a console trying to use a controller. So an individual by the gamer tag Obsessive came out with a new device. I've seen him out for quite a long time, different versions, different variations, but he just came out with a product called the Zim3. Website is xim3.com, and what he has done with that device is made it PC independent, powered by the USB port on an Xbox 360, and completely and totally configurable on its own. Not only that, but he has made the device in such a way where it uses smart translators. If you've ever heard about that, or if you haven't gone to that website, basically what it is he puts the game through, a 24-hour period where it figures out on the analog controls for the Xbox 360 where the dead spots are, and his device compensates for those. So basically, when you go to play a game for the first time using the keyboard and mouse, it's almost, well, I've heard it's identical to playing on a PC. And one of the reasons I think that's really cool is because anybody who's played on PCs for quite a while knows that as new games come out, their requirements keep going up. So graphic cards are extremely expensive. I think the last one I bought was around $600. Some of the sound equipment that you need to have in order to be competitive, to have like 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound, is costly. Not only does it require you to have a proper 5 or 7.1 surround sound card, but you also have to have a good headset so you can listen and know where your enemies are and have a good idea of your surroundings. So with all that said, I think the Xbox, now that they've came out with this new device, and if you've watched any of the videos of the beta testers playing it, it looks quite phenomenal. So coming from a PC background and going to that, I think it would give me a huge advantage. And it would also save me quite a bit of money in the long run about having to go out and keep constantly updating my gaming PC to stay competitive. And then again, going back to the hacking, I've heard very seldom you can come across hackers on the Xbox 360, so that will be another benefit. I most likely will buy a Hauppauge personal video recorder, which plugs into the component cable out of the Xbox, and it records all your videos in 1080p, or 1080i, I think, actually. So I do really good in this game. I've gone 25, 26, and 0, and then my friend Captain Chris, the schmuck that he is. If you're listening, Chris, I'm just kidding. But anyways, he comes in there, he sees me, and he finally gives me a death. Time's almost up. So I'm at like 27-1 or something like that right now. If you watch the video at the very end of this, I totally could have had the 30th kill, but because it went on so long and because the timer's counting down, I pay Mr. Chris back right there with a across the map shot. So right here I'm 29-1, and I just target this dude at the next window, and then the timer runs out. So I totally would have had that guy, but I was about 3 seconds short. Conclude the game with a 29-1. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to be bringing you the other 3 videos shortly.